Dear teacher, I'm grateful for all that you do. You make me feel like I matter, no matter what. You're super kind, you're super cool, and you're my superhero. Dear teacher, thank you. You are a gift that keeps on giving, and this book is my gift to you.
To my teacher. There are so many teachers in the world. Teachers of every subject and style. But there's only one teacher like you. And the world needs a teacher just like you. You cared, you comforted, you challenged, and you let me be me. You were a hero to me. I needed a teacher like you. I hope you know the world needs teachers, inspiring teachers, accepting teachers, loving teachers, teachers just like you. A Teacher Like You by Frank Murphy and Barbara Dan. Illustrated by Kayla Herron. Coming to bookstores March 15th.
We all remember our favorite teacher. Where would we be without them? Those special people who inspire us, support us, and encourage us. Whether they're an educator, a coach, or a mentor, this book is for them. To celebrate the worlds they open up for us, to thank them for the difference they make. Because I Had a Teacher, written by Kobe Yamada, illustrated by Natalie Russell. Because I had a teacher, I love to learn. I discovered that I could do much more than I thought I could. I realized it's okay when some things are harder than others. I found that challenges can be fun. Because I had a teacher, I discovered that there are lots of ways of being smart. And I know that mistakes are just part of getting something right. I realize that some of the hardest things for me to do make me feel the proudest. Because I had a teacher, I know how good it feels when someone is happy to see me. I know that I can always ask for help. I feel like I have a friend on my side. I see that some of the most important things are said without words. Because I had a teacher, I have whole new worlds to explore. I discovered that what I can imagine, I can make real. And now I feel like I can do anything. Because I had you, I learned to believe in me.
Eyes up, hearts up, mind sharp, compassion on full blast. Okay, let's go.
More than 1,500 K-12 schools across the country plan to shut down.
We're now at a point where the appropriate path is to close schools.
I'm going to try my best not to get emotional during all of this, but our district is going to be closed for the next 6 weeks.
In case someone is watching this video from the future, there is a pandemic happening and schools all over the world are closing down.
I'm gonna have to pack up all my stuff and I am going to head home.
All right, we're headed out. Hopefully we will be here sooner rather than later.
Wow. This is not a break, guys. This is a time in which we are starting to figure out what remote learning could look like.
It's not a job that easily translates to working from home. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna do this?
How am I gonna teach social skills over the internet? Some of my students don't have internet.
We're all overwhelmed right now. We're all working from home.
Welcome to my makeshift teacher desk area. I'm sorry for the mess.
Multitasking in my pajamas.
I have been working on distance learning plans every waking hour.
Alright, so I'm about to go in and start my first online lesson. This feels weird. I'm so nervous.
Hello, sir. I think your microphone is off.
Good morning. Week 3 of digital learning has begun. Oh snap, they could not even see today's work yet.
I know what you're gonna say. It's not working! Don't give up, guys. Don't lose hope.
Then you're gonna click go live.
Good morning, pumpkins. Today we're gonna read another couple of chapters.
Here is the data.
That's 1. Let's see if we can do 10.
Welcome to band.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie, that just lifted my mood, like exponentially doing something for my kids. I miss them and I miss teaching.
I've gotten a couple emails from parents and good morning, thank you for the video. She misses you too. We'll keep in contact.
I feel like it's been a positive day of quarantine life and distance learning.
I almost have 100% participation, which I really didn't think was possible.
Day 2 went much better. Day 3 went much better. And so we are doing the very best that we can.
I hope you know, teachers, that you, my beautiful friends, are enough. Whatever instructions that you're providing, whatever tools that you're giving your students, it's all enough.
See you soon.
Bye, guys.
Teachers should make $1 billion and get more vacation time. They spend their days wrangling all our crazy kids. When they go out, they should get free bottomless wine. Teachers deserve a month-long spa day and cucumbers on the rise. 'Cause if you ask them why the spa's using veggies, they'll explain it's 'cause of the enzymes. Teachers should have a prom for teachers so they can dress in fancy clothes. The guidance counselor does the Tootsie Slide, and the students have to chaperone. Miss Weaver, Mr. Jones, no grinding. Teachers should make $1 billion. And when it's time for arts and crafts, they should get swarmed by paparazzi who demand selfies and autographs. Teachers shouldn't have to pay their taxes. They should get cheered around the clock. At the bank, they should throw money at them. And at Chipotle, they should always get free guac. Teachers should make $1 billion. Yes, they should. Teachers should make $1 billion. Teachers should make $1 billion. Teachers should make $1 billion twice a week.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.
We are passionate.
We are social justice soldiers.
We are nurturers.
We are superheroes.
We are fun.
Funny.
Co-conspirators.
Have a sense of humor.
We are loving.
We are compassionate.
Caring.
Allies.
Empowerers.
Advocates.
Thinkers.
Intelligent.
Movers and shakers.
We are ambitious.
We are second language learners.
Culturally diverse.
Latinas.
Asian American.
We are female. We are inspirers.
We are San Diego Unified.
We are San Diego Unified.
We are San Diego Unified. Your life.
Okay, we would like to call this meeting to order, and I think our first order of business is to turn it over to our MC for tonight, Raul. It says,
Good evening. Please welcome from the School of Creative and Performing Arts senior Destiny Parker reciting a poem. It's called Life Lessons, dedicated to San Diego Unified teachers, written by senior Angel Santamaria and produced by teacher Roxanne Carrasco.
They say the potential of this world resides within the youth. But the potential of the youth resides within you. You nurture children of every nature. You watched us take tests, form friendships, question topics of legislator, and just like students, face every school year with new faces, carrying the second parent's burden while being on last name basis. Classrooms turn into homes, castles with spaces of the traces left between both student and teacher, each one with their own distinct feature. A poster for motivation, less math misery, a pack of Band-Aids in a drawer for science-related injury, a bookshelf with favorites to leave minds unperturbed, a microwave for lunches and prep periods disturbed. As students take up your time, questions never ending, those who ask for tutoring, those who arrive earlier than late, and especially those who wish to eat in a familiar space, for them, there is no other mentor worth spending time with, the years of their formative lives with. Chatter turns into silence as moving pixels fill a blue screen. This is a lost time for you and for me. This is school with COVID-19. Balancing respect for a student's privacy with participation was not a task any of us were prepared to participate in. Students are expected to cope with this isolation, much to our chagrin, but our home lives are much different, our learning styles perplexed. You understand we live in different cultures and different skins, that some students barely get by with stimulus checks. Some eat, sleep, work, and go to school all in the same place. But you refuse to see a student as a failure or a disgrace, no matter the learning pace. And as the students who were once children graduate gradually and all at once to become adults, you may become their life coaches, and with strikes of fate, become teachers once more when their kids strike 10. And you may find a familiar face against the crowd once again. They say the potential of this world resides within the youth. And with your dedication, they will know that the potential of the youth resides within you. Thank you, teachers.
Good evening and welcome to the 2021 Day of the Teacher Celebration. I'm your host, Raul Martinez from the Fox 5 Morning Show. I'm your host, I'm your MC. Look, I love teachers, I love education. I'm a product of public schools, so is my sister. She went to Harvard, I went to USC. We love education. In fact, I love it so much I used to be an English language teacher at one point, and I even taught media writing here at San Diego State. So as you know, education is very, very important to me, so it's an honor to join all of you here this evening. To begin our program, we ask you now to please stand for the presentation of colors and the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And now, to perform our national anthem, again from the School of Creative and Performing Arts, please welcome the very talented Amalia Ribeiro.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Wow, thank you so much, Amalia. That was outstanding. Okay, so today we're celebrating National Day of the Teachers. It's for you. We are proud to acknowledge the countless contributions of our more than 5,000 dedicated teachers within San Diego Unified, and also the invaluable roles they play in the academic success of all of our students. So, at this time, I'd like to take just a few moments to thank several people whose contributions really helped make today's celebration possible. We begin with the team at SCPA. Teacher Roxanne Carrasco, Principal Tim Farson, the team at Hoover High School, Principal Jason Babineau, and the talented student performers we will hear from later this evening. So thank you all for lending your time and lending your talents. And of course, we would also like to thank all of the companies and all the organizations sponsoring tonight's big event. Many of them have representatives with us tonight. Let me go through the list now, and a big thank you. Our co-host for the evening, North Island Credit Union, California Coast Credit Union. I think I still have to pay my car note to them, so heads up for that. California Schools VIBA, Schools First Credit Union, Mission Federal Credit Union, the San Diego Education Fund, and also shoplovemo.com. And oh, don't forget Encore Events Entertainment. And maybe throw out a thank you to Fox 5 San Diego for lending me out. I'm here with you guys. Normally I'm up in the morning, now I'm up at night. Our sponsors, of course, have helped underwrite the cost of tonight's event. Many are also supporting tonight's opportunity drawing for teachers by generously donating some pretty great prizes. How about a hand? And several elected officials listed in our program have also signed resolutions or certificates in honor of our District Teachers of the Year, including the offices of Assembly members Brian Manshine, Randy Vopel, and Christopher Ward, and of course the office of San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria. Okay, so to begin tonight's big ceremony, I would like to introduce the Board of Education trustees to say a few words.
Hi, I'm Richard Barrera, the president of the San Diego Unified School Board.
And I'm Dr. Sharon Whitehurst Payne, the vice president of the San Diego Unified School District Board of Ed.
And we're both so honored to be able to acknowledge you, our Teachers of the Year. Never before has it been so true that this has actually been the year of the teacher. We know how much our entire community, our students, our parents, but let's face it, our entire city has depended on what you've been willing to do over this course of this year in the most challenging circumstances any educators have ever faced.
I think that the pandemic has brought out some positives in the sense that now everyone understands, teachers, what's going on in the classroom. We've had parents who've had to become semi-teachers, and now they can appreciate that and want to recognize you. So that's why we're here today, to recognize you and to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you so much with the adjustments that you've had to make. First of all, to quickly convert to everybody teaching online, to working through the issues that your students have dealt with being at home all year. We know that your students have dealt with everything from academic challenges, but also social and emotional and mental health challenges. And you've been there every step of the way. And now you're helping our students get back, not just physically to school, but you're getting them back on track. And we know that that's who you are.
And that's the piece that really, I must commend you, because we work through each step, thinking of you, thinking of the students, and trying to make the best decisions. And I think where we are right now, we can do this. We will bring our students to where they need to be. And for some of you, I mean, this is why we're recognizing the Teachers of the Year, because some of you have done amazing jobs. And just the mere fact that all of you transitioned, as my colleague said, immediately onto online learning, I have to say thank you and commend those of you who are recognized today as a part of the total group. So thank you.
You've been our heroes this whole year, and we know that having our students now start to come back to school is just the beginning. We have to rally our entire community around you and the work that you do every day with our students. So congratulations again on behalf of the entire Board of Education to our Teachers of the Year and all of our teachers at the San Diego Unified School District.
Thank you.
Good evening. This is Sabrina Bazo, board trustee, and it's my honor to be here to honor this group of amazing teachers. Both of my parents were public school teachers in a large urban district outside of Chicago where I grew up. And although, of course, challenging at times, they both loved their jobs. And over time, I came to really appreciate how hard they worked and how committed they were to their students. Because of them, I also have a strong passion to support our public schools, as I witnessed them both as I grew up, devoting their entire careers to helping students from all walks of life, as mentors and counselors at times too. We all have the teacher that we will always remember because they went above and beyond, as witnessed by all of you being honored here today. Those, like you, that are approachable, not only to students, but to everyone on the campus, and that always take the time out of their way too busy schedules for anyone who needs them. It's the most amazing gift in the world to impact a child's life through education. And I thank you for choosing this profession and for all you do for our children. Being a positive change maker for future generations. There's nothing that could be more valuable than that. Thank you.
I am Michael McQuarrie, board member for District C, and that's C for the coastal area of San Diego. Welcome to this live moment in a long year when we celebrate teachers. We are here to honor our outstanding educators who have been chosen by their peers as exemplars of the teaching profession. Each year, 3 of these teachers and runner-ups are especially recognized for their dedication to the professional craft, their commitment to excellence, and their incredible capacity to motivate and inspire their students with the love of learning. I thank all our teachers, instructional leaders, support staff, family members, community partners, and our students who, through collaboration and teamwork, have tenaciously persevered through the multiple problems and challenges presented by the coronavirus. These past 13 months have been difficult for all of us, and we have learned that we are stronger when we work together and smarter when we listen to the science and pursue the truth with fairness. As a result, it looks like we have passed through a very dark tunnel and are emerging into the light of a more promising future for our schools, neighborhoods, students, and most assuredly, our teachers. We celebrate our teachers for leading in crisis, fostering resiliency, and building a better San Diego. We are a better school system, and our students are better learners because of you. Thank you for being a teacher and choosing to teach in the San Diego Unified School District.
Good evening, teachers and all of the supporters of education. Today is the day for teachers. I am Sharon Whitehurst Payne, the trustee for District E and the vice president of the board this year. I want to say from the bottom of my heart that I really appreciate all the teachers and everyone who has supported teachers in education this year. We have a special thanks for all of the winners this year, but all of us need to know that they represent each and every one of us because we were all in a different learning mode this year. And as a result of that, we all are champions. And while these teachers have risen to the top, the apex, and I've heard from the staff that you are the best of the best we've had so far. But I want all of you to realize that you can share in this celebration today because you've demonstrated all of the tremendous strength, the courage, the fortitude, and even flexibility. We always talk about how flexible are you, but you've had to really demonstrate some flexibility this year. Shall we open, close, when, where, how? I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of all of our students and the community at large, thank you, teachers, and thank you to all of the winners this year. Be blessed. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Zachary Patterson, and I serve as the student trustee on the Board of Education and a student in San Diego Unified Schools. This year has been unlike anything we've ever experienced before, and definitely one of the most eventful in my own life. And I can say that having the support of teachers throughout this pandemic has been so critical. From the days we shut our doors back in March, all the way till today after school, I have had support from my teachers ensuring that I can be successful and making sure that I'm there emotionally, socially, and academically. And those supports are so critical to allowing me to be successful and allowing all students in our district to be successful. As teachers, you put yourselves on the line to ensure our success, and we are so, so grateful for your sacrifice during this difficult time to committing yourselves fully and wholly to public education and to making sure that we can be successful in the future. I'm so, so honored to be able to speak on behalf of students to say a huge thank you to our winners this year and our runner-ups. You are truly amazing, amazing educators that deserve so much praise. Thank you for what you do in your classrooms, and thank you for representing us as students and ensuring that we get what we need to be successful. This transition has been difficult, but with all of you, it's been much, much easier for us. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Joe LaCava, and I'm a city council member in the city of San Diego. I am so honored that I could have a few minutes to thank all of the teachers of San Diego Unified, and a special shout out to the Teachers of the Year that are being recognized tonight. I'm honored to share that the City Council of San Diego and the Mayor, Todd Gloria, have recognized today, May 4th, 2021, as Teacher Appreciation Day, a recognition long overdue. As a husband of a kindergarten teacher who watched the difficult transition from in-class to online, I know what you have gone through, and thank you from the bottom of our hearts for what you've done for our children and the future generations. I like just a portion of the resolution, recognizing that teachers are some of the most hardworking, patient, positive, and responsible workers that our city has to offer. Your dedication and commitment to your students, as well as to your own lifelong learning, has not gone unnoticed by the community. On behalf of the mayor and the city council, thank you again to all our teachers, and especially to the Teachers of the Year being recognized tonight. And again, thank you.
Thank you once again, all of our trustees. Well, it's a tradition at the Teacher of the Year event to have an opportunity drawing, and today is no different just because we're virtual, except for the fact that it is online. So we're all here, we're all logged on. Here's how it's gonna work. Our tech-savvy producers are gonna use a randomized name generator to pick our winner from all of you, our online audience. And this year, we've got $50 gift cards up for grabs, courtesy of all of our sponsors.
Hello, I'm Steve O'Connell, President and CEO of North Island Credit Union. It's our pleasure to serve as the sponsor and a co-host of tonight's event. And now it is our honor to introduce you to your superintendent, Cindy Martin.
I'm so excited to be here to honor and to recognize each and every one of the 253 Teachers of the Year that we're celebrating tonight. I first am proud to congratulate the 143 Teachers of the Year from the 2019-2020 school year, and for tonight, the 108 Teachers of the Year from the 2020-2021 school year. I want to thank you. Thank you for all your hard work and your dedication to the students of San Diego Unified. On top of the title, that you all now share, you all have one more thing in common. You have experienced history in the making as educators during a worldwide pandemic. Despite the fear of the unknown and the challenges that you've experienced, you have gone to extraordinary lengths so that you could swiftly transition to supporting students' learning at home, all while simultaneously overcoming obstacles, the obstacles in your own lives and in the people around you that you care for. Throughout the past year, I know that some of you have experienced unimaginable loss, and you've experienced heartache as well. And yet you do what teachers do. You continue to inspire and to show up for your students and our beloved community. Tonight we celebrate all of our educators who have led during times of crisis. You have creatively solved problems both individually and collectively. You've fostered resiliency among our students and their families, and you continue to inspire everybody to build a better San Diego.
Thank you, Superintendent. We appreciate your words. The San Diego Education Association is a vital partner on a daily basis. They also play an important role, of course, in our Teacher of the Year awards and this big celebration tonight. They traditionally host the selection committee meetings and SDEA site representatives. They help coordinate the site Teacher of the Year, the nomination process. Their commitment to you and their commitment to our students, of course, greatly appreciated. Keisha Borden, president of SDEA, is here now to say a few words.
Hello, everyone. I am so excited to be here to celebrate the amazing work of educators across the district. Today, I first want to recognize all of the parents joining us this afternoon. You are truly every child's first teacher. I also want to recognize our preschool and elementary educators who provide instruction and support in those early years of school and help to build a foundation for success in future educational experiences. I also want to recognize our middle school educators who provide instruction and support to students as they work through the challenges of adolescence and learn to navigate education in the social world as teenagers. And next, I want to recognize our educators in our high school and adult programs who provide those final years of instruction and support for our students before they enter the college and career world. Finally, I want to recognize the non-classroom educators who are so important to the well-being of our students. All of the nurses and counselors, SLPs, and school psychologists who support our students in so many ways, usually while traveling between multiple schools during the week. Our educators do so much and give so much of their time, energy, and heart to all of the students and families we serve. That has never been more true than during this past year. Last spring, our educators across the district completely reimagined how they deliver instruction to the students of San Diego Unified, all on the fly. Our educators then spent their summer break learning new technology, fine-tuning their practice, and modifying all of their curriculum to fit the online platform. Many accomplished all of this while also supporting their own children's online learning. Nearly every educator I've spoken with this school year has remarked that they are exhausted and feel like a brand new educator, but they have kept going. Educators recreated their classrooms in whatever corner of their homes they could find. They created virtual classrooms to give their students some sense of normalcy in this unprecedented time. They have equipped those makeshift classrooms with all the necessary technology, and above all, they have spent long hours, evenings, and weekends planning and preparing lessons, all to ensure that they're able to educate, support, and inspire their students to succeed. This evening, we are recognizing an amazing group of educators for their exemplary work in the San Diego Unified School District. These district winners and runners-up and the other site educators of the year are all shining examples of the amazing and dedicated educators we have across this district. These educators and the site teachers of the year exemplify the amazing work being done in classrooms every day. They work tirelessly to create learning environments where students feel safe and empowered to reach their highest potential. The lessons these educators instill in their students are not limited to the classroom environment, but can be applied throughout a student's life to support them in becoming successful citizens in their communities. These educators also support their colleagues through collaboration, professional development, coaching, and mentoring. As I said, this year is like no other any of us has ever experienced. Many of us have struggled with isolation and stress, fear, loss, and heartache. Our students have struggled with those same emotions. And as we come to the end of this most extraordinary school year and look forward to the beginning of a new school year, it is my hope that we can work together with the district leadership to build back better. It is my hope that we don't just go back to the status quo, but we continue to work toward the very best for our students and our communities. Many of the struggles we knew our students were facing on a daily basis were greatly magnified during this pandemic. The district stepped up in a huge way to make sure our students were fed and had the technology they needed to participate in the learning our educators provided online. And our educators did the same. They reached out to students and families regularly to make sure they had what they needed. And it is my hope that we can continue to provide our students those supports they've always needed, and then some. I and the members of SDEA look forward to working with the school board, superintendent, and district staff to reimagine what our schools could be moving forward and work to fulfill that potential. Thank you again to everyone who opted to join one more Zoom or get online one more time today to recognize the amazing work of our dedicated Teachers of the Year. The work that each and every one of us do in this district every day has one primary focus. That is the success of our students. I'm so honored to participate in this celebration and recognize the amazing work our educators do for students every day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Keisha. Now, to begin the recognition portion of our evening, that's why we're all here, we'd like to honor the 2021 Future Teacher Scholarship recipients awarded by the San Diego Education Fund.
Good evening. My name is Kimberly Moore, and I have the honor of announcing the 2021 Future Teacher and STEM Scholarship winners on behalf of the San Diego Education Fund. This year's recipients are Cielo Sanchez from San Diego High School, International Studies, Brianna Aldalpe from Mission Bay High School, and Zuadi Fada from the Preuss School, UCSD. San Diego Unified is proud to share that we have begun increasing our homegrown educator recruitment efforts through a variety of future teacher programs and pathways, beginning as early as middle school and high school. We feel it is our duty to continue to lay the groundwork for aspiring teachers to join the ranks of the wonderful educators in our district, like every single one of you tonight, honored tonight. I would like to take a brief moment to share some of the exciting strides we are making towards sowing the seeds to a better SD by way of recruiting and nurturing exceptional, diverse, aspiring teachers. I know many of you had that one teacher throughout your schooling that made a lasting impact on you and your life and catapulted you into beginning your teaching career. Let's keep that circle of love and education growing. If you know or see the qualities of what would make a great teacher in your students, encourage them to explore a career in education, to become a teacher. Because all of us in this room know, while this job may be challenging, no other job is as rewarding. I congratulate you all and look forward to welcoming future Teachers of the Year into our district.
A little more fun right now. Before we move on to the next set of honorees, let's have another drawing for our teachers. What do you say? In our online audience, get ready, listen up. We have a few more $50 gift cards up for grabs right now.
Can you hear me? Hi, congratulations to our raffle winners. We are so proud of you, and you will be getting an email with details on how to claim your prize. Now it is with great pleasure I introduce San Diego Chief of Police with a very special message for our Teachers of the Year.
Hi, this is Chief David Nislight of the San Diego Police Department. I want to congratulate 3 special teachers this year for the 2021 Teachers of the Year Award for the San Diego Unified School District. I want to say to all the teachers, thank you for what you do in mentoring our youth to become future leaders. I know it's been an extremely difficult time during COVID-19, but again, I want to give a shout out to these 3 special teachers for their awards of Teachers of the Year. They are Thomas Courtney from Choice Mead Elementary, Guadalupe Celadon from CPMA Middle School, and Sharon Apple from Hoover High School. Congratulations, well done.
It's time to begin honoring our 2020 Teachers of the Year.
As I mentioned at the beginning of the ceremony tonight, we felt it was important to honor last year's Teachers of the Year alongside this year's winners. One of my favorite parts of the in-person ceremony is being able to shake each and every one of your hands and express face-to-face my gratitude for the difference that you make in the lives of our students. So while I was not able to do that last year or this year, my hope is that tonight I can virtually reach your heart with my words. The poem that we began tonight's ceremony with couldn't ring any more true. As a former classroom teacher, I know nothing is sweeter than hearing the words of gratitude straight from one of our very own students. However, I want to tell you that San Diego is better because of you. Our community is better because of all of you. To quote SCPA student Angel Santa Maria, the author of the poem that we read this evening, they say the potential of the world resides in the youth. And with your dedication, they will know the potential of the youth resides within you. Thank you, and congratulations to all 253 of you. Hello, everybody. It's great to be here and to see all of you. Welcome. I want to give a big shout out to all of the families that are watching as we celebrate tonight. I want to say that from the start of this pandemic, our educators have truly been on the front lines of our response. You found a way to keep our students learning in the middle of the biggest educational crisis of our lifetimes. And our nation learned educators are essential workers, and you were essential during this crisis. And I want to say tonight, we need you now more than ever to make sure that our students get the support that they deserve. We have to give our students the best summer experience ever because we know they deserve it. You know they deserve it. So that's why tonight I'm asking everyone to sign up tonight, if you haven't already, to help us give students the best summer ever. We're calling it Level Up SD, a summer of learning and joy. And no one knows more about learning and joy than all of you watching tonight. So I'm asking you, please, I'm asking all of my fellow educators to sign up to help us give our students the best summer ever. All you have to do is log on to PeopleSoft today. You can sign up and there's something there for everyone. Every department has made a commitment to support the teachers who sign up. You'll have the technology you need, you'll get the professional development, and we've even identified additional funding to provide an incentive to everyone who takes time away from their own families this summer to create something special for our beloved students. We're working with our bargaining units on that now, and we hope to have an announcement soon because this is how we do things in San Diego. We stand together for children. So please stand with us and sign up now. Once again, you can sign up. Just go on to PeopleSoft anytime between tonight and May 7th, and it only takes a few minutes of your time. Thank you so much.
And tonight we are celebrating all of the individuals selected by the Distinguished Selection Committee. I would like now to introduce to you the members of that selection committee. Please hold your applause till the end. Deidre Fabian, Erica Soto Nada, Hilda Martinez, no relation, Jenny Liu, Kelly Young, Melissa Taleb, Mickey Sullivan, Paula Richardson, Roosevelt Johnson. And now I would like to pass the virtual Zoom mic, if you will, over to our 2020 Teachers of the Year to introduce the Teacher of the Year runners-up.
Good evening, San Diego. My name is Kelly Young, and I am the 2020 Elementary School Teacher of the Year. It gives me great pleasure to introduce one of our runners-up for Teacher of the Year, Janice Anderson, third grade teacher at Hickman Elementary School. Here is what her colleague, Sarah Peterson, had to say. Janice has a proven track record of equity-forward practice and leadership. Most recently, Janice was selected as the Regional Teacher Leader Designee for the California Subject Matter Project Lead Learn 21 Conference, invited to become a trainer of trainers for California Reading and Literature Project signature programs, as well as initiated an action research project on how targeted family outreach affects student engagement in the age of distance learning. Without a doubt, Janice's long-time experience teaching in historically marginalized communities, coupled with her personal story as an educator of color, allows her to teach and lead from a place of compassion and advocacy, rarely seen in schools today. On behalf of San Diego Unified and your fellow educators around the district, we congratulate you, Janice Anderson. Congratulations.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Janice Anderson, and I am honored to be here tonight. Thank you, Father, for this blessing and privilege. Thank you, Dennis and Charity, for your love and support in doing what I love. Thank you, students, parents, and staff, for without you, I wouldn't be here tonight. Being a teacher at Johnson for 25 years, I've learned a lot of lessons. The greatest lesson that I've learned is the importance of building relationships. As we build relationships with one another, we understand and we see one another. One of my students said to me, have you ever had an individual in your life that has epitomized giving, persistence, inspiring? And as we build relationships, and I can think about this student, 11th grader now, wrote something like that because I was able to build that relationship with him. Relationships matter. As teachers, we have a powerful influence over our students, and it's our charge and our mission to help them be the best version of themselves. Aristotle says, educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. As we exit this pandemic, as we enter into learning leaps, it's our charge and our mission to let students know that we see them, to know that we appreciate them, and moreover, that we love them. Relationships matter as well as love matters. I want to thank my principal, teaching staff, everyone in the Johnson family, for without you, I wouldn't be here tonight. Thank you.
Hello, I am Paula Richardson, 2020 Middle School Teacher of the Year and 2021 County Teacher of the Year. I have the pleasure of introducing Renee Thomas, 8th grade Spanish and History teacher at Marston Middle School, a Middle School Teacher of the Year runner-up. Here is what Principal John Golias says about Renee. Renee epitomizes the term warm demander because she builds effective relationships, helps students identify their own strengths, and instills confidence in others so that they can intrinsically work towards ambitious goals. When students haven't yet met their learning target, Renee leans in, identifies their needs, and provides encouragement and customized scaffolding to help students achieve their goals. Renee's classes are student-centered and community-based, largely in part to her deep implementation of restorative practices and capturing kids' hearts. On behalf of San Diego Unified and your fellow educators, we congratulate Renee Thomas.
Hello, everyone. It's an honor to be chosen as San Diego Unified School District's Teacher of the Year runner-up. I first want to thank God for blessing me with this once-in-a-lifetime experience. I would also like to thank my Marston family, who is giving me so many words of encouragement and shown me unwavering support throughout this process. As for my family, I would like to thank my cousin Robin, who set a great example for me throughout my youth. If you earned good grades, I wanted to earn them. If you went to college, I wanted to go. Thank you for being such a great role model. To my closest friends, you are my extended family and are always there to support me when I need you. Thank you. And last but finally not least, to my mother and my son. You two were the reason why I worked so hard to succeed. I wanted the two of you to be proud of me. Cedric, I wanted to be a good role model for you. And Mom, I wanted you to know I remember all those days you detoured several miles on your way home from work to pick me up from school at sundown because the school buses had long gone. You did this so I could have more opportunities. Well, it paid off. We did it. And I want you to know I appreciate you. And finally, to all of my students I've had the privilege of teaching over the years, you've made my teaching experience very fulfilling, and I can't wait to continue the journey. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Deirdre Fabian, 2020 High School Teacher of the Year, representing Morse and Adapted Physical Education. I have the pleasure of introducing our final Teacher of the Year runner-up, Francia Pinillos, Special Education Teacher at Trace. Here's what colleague Jamil Person had to say about Francia. I've had the privilege to co-teach and collaborate with Francia in the social justice and ethnic study courses. Francia continually comes up with creative ideas for instruction that engages students, connects to the classroom curriculum, and incorporates technology. Francia is a remarkable individual with a rare combination of enthusiasm, dedication, intelligence, and creativity that intertwines, resulting in an outstanding colleague and super education specialist. As an education specialist working with students with emotional and behavioral disabilities, Francia is assigned to a challenging student caseload that requires travel to various school sites, monitoring student behavior, academic progress, and community involvement. On behalf of San Diego Unified and your fellow educators, we congratulate you, Francia Pinillos.
Buenas tardes a todos que nos acompañan hoy, juntos pero no revueltos. Yo soy Francia Pinillos. Primeramente, le doy gracias a Dios por sus bendiciones. Para mis alumnos, gracias por ser la luz de mi inspiración. Los adoro. Les agradezco a sus familias por confiar en mi instrucción y apoyar sus metas de llegar a la independencia máxima. Muchas gracias a mis compañeros de trabajo en Trace y a la Asociación de Educación de San Diego. Gracias a las agencias comunitarias, especialmente el Tránsito Público, Jacob Center, las bibliotecas de San Diego, en específico Skyline, los centros de recreo de San Diego, específicamente Paradise Hills, y los servicios de recreo terapéutico. A mis padres les dedico este premio. Siendo inmigrantes, venimos a este país sin nada y trabajaron duro para asegurarnos que nunca nos faltara lo esencial. Nos inculcaron la disciplina, la importancia de la escuela, de mantener nuestro idioma, conservar nuestra cultura y de ser mexicanos orgullosos. Arriba Tuxpan, Nayarit, Guadalajara, Jalisco y todas las damas divinas. Como muchas familias inmigrantes que llegan a este país y trasplantan sus raíces en nuestra tierra robada de los indígenas, entiendo su lucha y este logro lo comparto con ustedes. Sí se puede. A mi hermanita Laura y primo Brandon, que celebran desde el cielo, mi amor grande, mi amor chiquito, mi hermano y mis mejores amigos, por guiarme hacia ser la mejor versión de mí misma. Muchas gracias. And if you didn't understand anything I just said, it's a way to demonstrate the importance of equity through inclusion, from language inclusion to ability inclusion. It is imperative to be able to participate in a narrative in order to make systemic changes. Social justice starts with inclusion, and it starts with each of us, compassionate, kind, and determined to start conversations, to ask questions, and to find solutions towards equity. To all our Mod Severe IEP teams and supports ranging from school nurses to siblings, this is a win for all of us. Special education has been included in the narrative through this recognition. Isang Baksak, Uhuru Sasa. Tonight, I'm feeling a 10 out of 10 million. Muchas gracias, and see you next time.
Felicidades a nuestros educadores del año. I had to add in some Spanish too. That was amazing. Congratulations to all of our Teacher of the Year runners-up. We are so proud of you. And now I have a very special message from one of our sponsors, Renee McKee.
Gracias, Isa, and wonderful Francia. I am Renee McKee with Cal Coast Credit Union, and so enjoying this evening, and congratulations to all of the Teachers of the Year and last year as well. On behalf of California Coast Credit Union, we're happy to sponsor, and it's with great pleasure that I get to introduce our wonderful student entertainment tonight for the intermission. And just so you know, in addition to supporting all of you teachers and staff of San Diego Unified School District and teachers throughout the county, we also have a foundation, CalCoast Cares Foundation, that is able to provide and has provided $500,000 in scholarships and teachers grants. And I'll tell you a little bit more in a bit about how you can also earn a teacher's grant and a surprise for some of the winners. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce a very talented junior in San Diego Unified, and she's playing the jazz piano. Welcome, Jasmine Harvey, and let's see everybody's high fives for Jasmine.
It is now the moment we have all been waiting for. It's time to present the District Teachers of the Year. Here now, our interim superintendent, Lamont Jackson, to make the 2021 Teacher of the Year introductions. Superintendent Jackson, please begin the honors.
Thank you, Raul. My name is Lamont Jackson, and I am honored to introduce this year's Elementary School Teacher of the Year, Mr. Thomas Courtney. fifth grade teacher at Choyes Mead.
Mr. Courtney, you were voted Teacher of the Year for San Diego. Love you all, thank you. This is Choyes, this is for Choyes.
Hi, my name's Tom Courtney. I teach at Choyes Mead Elementary School. I teach 5th grade, and I've been here for 22 years. First, it's probably important to say that I'm married to an archaeologist, so she keeps me scientifically up to date on everything. I have a son who is a genius in high school, and I have a daughter who is actually a student here at Choyes Mead, and she loves all things that have to do with books and snakes. I actually grew up in outside of San Bernardino, so I actually went to Colton High School up in the Inland Empire, about an hour and a half away outside of Los Angeles. I came to San Diego to attend UC San Diego and fell in love with the ocean. I like to surf and scuba dive and sail. And just being here in San Diego has always felt like home to me ever since I was a little kid. So it was a dream come true to be able to finish my credential at USD and teach. I often teach outside of the classroom. So I spend a lot of time actually, I always try to get out because I feel like when I get out of the classroom, it helps me kind of remind myself of that there's other things outside of just Room 801. So I've taught in China in summer, I've taught in East Africa, I will be in Colombia soon. I spent about 1.5 years in South Korea teaching there. We work with students all over the world, but you know, mostly I really just love being here at Choyes Mead. My mother was born with a serious hearing impairment. For all intents and purposes, she was deaf, and so my earliest memories as a young person were touching things and seeing things, but not hearing them. So when somebody was allowing my voice to be heard, whether it was through my actual voice or my writing, I was with them. If somebody was allowing me to be up on stage, if somebody was allowing to be my extrovert self, I was on it. And I really loved those classrooms. I felt empowered. And that's the word I keep using to describe what happens in our classroom. The second thing that happened to me growing up, which was actually absolutely critical to me being where I am right now, is I met a man named Jeff Smith, who was my karate teacher starting off when I was 11 and put a black belt on me when I was 18. I've had that mentorship going on, even though there were times in my childhood where things were a little rough. And that's, again, the reason why I like to run so many different programs here at Choyes. I want students going off and thinking about what it is that they want to accomplish, why they feel good about what they do. Once I've turned that corner with a student, I've got you. And we call that you're Courtnified. When you're Courtnified, you're ready to go.
Please welcome the 2021 Elementary School Teacher of the Year, Mr. Thomas Courtney.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. I'd like to start my gratitude with my mom. My mother, Sandra, would tell me to listen because she couldn't. And that really changed me. Changed the way I listened when I was a little boy. Later, as a rather shy and timid child, my 4th grade teacher, Miss Simmons, made me the star in a school play. I can still remember her kneeling down to look at me outside this packed auditorium, looking at me eye to eye and telling me, "You're going to shine, Tom. I'm going to be right here cheering you on." In that moment, just like that, she changed me. When I was 18, my karate instructor, now turned family, Mr. Jeff Smith, tied a black belt around my waist. After a decade of mentorship, tournaments, kata, kumite, he told me, "Tom, this belt means only that you're ready to learn now." In the last conversation I would have by my grandfather Carl's bedside, he told me, "Tom, it's not always about the books. Learn to work with your hands. It's about the nitty-gritty sometimes." I did, and he was right. And it changed me. Years ago, when I forgot that school was more than our AYP, my wife, Shelley, reminded me, Tom, you can make changes. Just fight for them. Her endless patience with me over the years has changed me too. My father, whose patience during my mother's hospitalization from stroke is a testament to forgiveness and compassion, often tells me, be good, Thomas. Dad, I love you. And I'm sorry I surprise painted the house that one time. Mr. Ash McQuaid, my one-time karate student, whose pronouns are he, him, and his, he's teaching me now. And my pronouns are he, him, and his. Don't ever change, kid. And I'll be right here cheering you on. I am nothing more, but no less than a changing product of many people, privileges, and opportunities throughout my life. Anyone who knows me knows I love the spotlight. I am an extrovert and a karaoke lord. But unlike when I beat Miss Avalos in the Choice Mead Talent Show karaoke competition, today the spotlight is on those teachers who have affected me. I'm honored to be gifted this moment to tell you about their work in me. But wait, there's more. For some time, I've had the humbling honor to work alongside the very best and brightest students, families, teachers, and staff at the simply amazing Choice Mead Elementary. It's a place that respects our families, that believes in bettering ourselves for our community, that allows kids like I was to shine when they need to, that reminds each other that sometimes we have to work with our hands to do the nitty-gritty, and other times we must listen with more than our ears. And finally, to the world-famous Shadow Cookie Ninjas of Room 801, and to their amazing student teacher, Miss Rachel Petrovelli, Mr. Courtney could not be any more proud of what each of you have fought through this year. As we come out of this pandemic, I'm going to stay committed to the type of change that will give every single one of you the opportunities, the privilege, and the people in your lives that I had to shine.
Amazing. Thank you, Mr. Courtney. And now I am honored to introduce this year's Middle School Teacher of the Year, Guadalupe Celadon, who teaches study skills and Spanish at CPMA Middle School.
This is the best present here.
Hi, my name is Lupe Celadon. I'm a teacher at CPMA and I've been teaching for 13 years. My parents raised us here in San Diego. I live really a life of opportunity and options and a blessed life because of all of the sacrifices and the hard work and the dedication that my parents and grandparents before them have all made. All of those sacrifices that were made, and that's what pushes me and drives me to work harder, to be better, and to do better, not only for myself but for others. It really means a lot to me to be a Celadon. My mother, she's been a mom her whole life since she's been 17, and everything that she's done and sacrificed, things that dreams that she had to put aside in order for her daughters to really live a life that is meaningful to them. No matter what we chose to do with our life, that she was happy with us and that we were enough as long as we were doing what made us happy. I also think about that the sacrifices my father made. His whole job in our family was just being dad. He didn't have any hobbies. He dedicated everything that he did and everything about who he was every day to being the best dad he could possibly be.
She helps us out when we get stuck on things. Basically how she helps other people when they need help.
Yeah, so the reason that I wanted to become a teacher was because I actually really loved school in elementary. I had a lot of success in elementary school. It was so fun to learn. And then I started to really struggle in middle school, also throughout my high school years. And when I actually went back to school and started community college and transferred to San Diego State, I was lucky enough to have a work-study program through the program called CalSOAP, which placed me as a tutor in Cindy Page's AVID class at Crawford High School. And it really just opened my eyes to the teaching profession and how I could give back and teach other students how to really succeed in school when they're struggling. My favorite part is really just when students start to realize what they want and what makes them happy and things that they need for themselves and things that they need to learn for themselves to understand themselves better, so that way they know what they want to accomplish or what they want to develop in themselves. So for me, the most important thing is for me to be able to see that development in my students, that they know themselves better and they become more confident in their abilities to really go after what they want. You know, when I think about the transition to Zoom, knowing that there was so many students behind these screens that really were needing us to step up, and regardless of how hard it was for us to adapt, that it was nothing compared to what they were going through, and that we needed to find a way, and I needed to find a way to make this format work as best as possible.
And she gives us a lot of fun things to keep us interacted.
I think she's a good teacher because she's caring, patient, and respectful with us.
So I try to incorporate whatever it is that, even little things that bring them joy as much as possible, into able and willing to either share or to take chances to learn in the classroom and together.
Welcome, the More Than Enough, the 2021 Middle School Teacher of the Year, Ms. Guadalupe Celadon.
Thank you, Mr. Jackson. Hi, everyone. To the selection committee, I am beyond grateful for this honor. You've given me the chance to thank so many that have made a difference in my teaching career. To AVID teacher Cindy Page from Crawford High School, as your class tutor, I watched you build a sense of pride in your AVID family's mission to become first-generation college students. This compelled me and countless others to follow your lead and become a teacher. To my first principals at La Presa Middle School, Mike Allman and Beth Thomas, you showed our staff how to instill a nurturing school climate in a most vulnerable community. You proved to everyone that La Presa students could achieve and break barriers beyond expectations. To Lynn Spafford and Sarah Fries, thank you for helping me land the jackpot of all teaching positions at CPMA. To my principals, Mr. Thomason and Mr. Lemon, thank you for your unwavering support, for putting students first, and for trusting me to implement CPMA's first AVID program. To my family watching at home, I love you big time. To my entire CPMA family, it has been my great privilege to be a member of your team. You pour your hearts into everything you do for kids every single day. Our students say things all the time like, I came to this school because I love to dance, and now I realize how much I love to write. Because of you, students leave CPMA with a greater joy for the arts and a stronger sense of self. I love you times infinity. So let's check out this video clip to showcase just how amazing our CPMA students are.
Now I'll turn the spotlight on to some of CPMA's AVID alumni on their accomplishments, and shout outs to the teachers that have inspired and supported them on their path to success. Alana Thompson thanks Ms. Stauberg from Foster Elementary and Ms. Dickman from CPMA, Ms. Sanchez and Ms. Wilson from Patrick Henry High School. Led Nieves thanks Ms. Collins from Ivara Elementary and Ms. Gahan from CPMA, as well as Ms. Lily Reeves, his AVID advisor from Madison High School. Jackie Beltran thanks Mr. Thomason and Ms. Brennan from CPMA. Also, Ms. James, Mr. Murphy, and Ms. Brown from San Diego High School of International Studies. Jamari and Jamadi Howard thank Ms. Willis from Rowan Elementary, Ms. Hickman and Ms. Vu from CPMA, Ms. Miles, Ms. Moore, and Ms. Cash, San Diego School of Creative and Performing Arts. Araceli Zeferino thanks Ms. Owens from CPMA, Ms. Heinzman, Ms. Diaz, Ms. Stewart, and Ms. Smith from Kearney High School of International Business. Arlene Guerra thanks Ms. Khan from Hawthorne Elementary and Mr. Ingram from CPMA, Ms. Chen, Ms. Reeves, and Ms. Chase from Madison High School. Evelyn Uarte thanks Ms. Urquizo from Euclid Elementary and Mr. Dyke from CPMA, Ms. James, Mr. Murphy, and Ms. Guillermo Prieto from San Diego High School of International Studies. Kyla Jones thanks Ms. King from Oak Park Music Conservatory Elementary School and Ms. Robinson from CPMA, as well as Ms. Natalie, Ms. Jen, Mr. Sam, and Mr. Logan from Mark Twain High School. And finally, to all CPMA students, watching you find your passion and change the world is the big reward.
Congratulations once again, Ms. Celadon. And now it is my true honor and it is a true blessing to introduce this year's High School Teacher of the Year, Ms. Sharon Apple, who teaches English and Ethnic Studies at Hoover High School.
But I am proud to announce that Sharon Apple, Hoover teacher, SJA teacher, is our San Diego Unified School District High School Teacher of the Year, County Teacher of the Year. Let's go!
Congrats, Apple! I'm Sharon Apple. I teach at Hoover High School and I've been teaching for 20 years. It means a great deal to me to win District Teacher of the Year because I feel like I'm finally seen and my voice can be heard because I have a lot to say. Education to my mother is always very important. She felt like education would, promote success. The one situation that really made me want to become a teacher was when I was a junior, we were acting out a play and one of my classmates said that I should play the slave. But the thing about that situation that stood out the most and the reason why I'm the teacher I am today is how my teacher reacted. I can remember her crying, and apologizing. I mean, she related to me as a human. It had an impact on me. And then at the same time, the vice principal called me into the office and gave me the book, The Bluest Eye by Toni Morrison. And she told me to bring it back, but I still have it to this day.
So my favorite part about being in Miss Apple's class is that we get to be able to share our feelings and our thoughts, and we can be open with it, and we're able to express ourselves.
Well, I have to say that George Floyd's murder gave me permission to acknowledge the fear. And once I started acknowledging this fear, which is, systemic racism, the fear that I can't be less than anybody else, then I started to come into myself. There's this saying that it takes a village to raise a child, but we don't really, do we know if the village is okay? Do we know, are they their best selves? Because to bring out a student's best self, you have to be your best self. And so this whole idea that we have to start working on ourselves because our biases, our microaggressions, our childhood trauma, our pathology, all impact the relationships we have with students. If students don't trust us, they're not gonna learn. I just wanna tell teachers that when I say, I know it's hard to hear that you may have implicit biases that perpetuate the inequities, and especially the amount of time and energy that you put into this work. But I want to let you know that it's human, and it's okay to admit it, and it's okay to be vulnerable. And it doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad teacher. And it makes you a better teacher to acknowledge it.
And I think she's a great teacher because she is a very loving and caring person, and and her character really shows that.
I definitely want to put into the universe and say thank you to all my Indigenous and African ancestors who sacrificed, their mind, body, and spirit for hope and for faith. I would like to give a special thanks, obviously, to my family and to my daughter, Faith. Her name is Faith Justice Apple, and faith just represents, what we can't see. Right? And you have to have hope in things we can't see. And justice just represents the fact that we all can change the world. Each individual, I want all of my students to know that they can change the world.
Please help me welcome the 2021 High School Teacher of the Year. She is a spark herself, Ms. Sharon Apple.
Thank you, everyone. I am honored to represent all of the teachers in the district. Whew, this has been a challenging year for all of us. I just want to take this time to acknowledge that we all lost something. We all struggled, and we all have grieved this past year. For me, the most challenging part of this year was the reality of systemic racism in the education system and the role that I played in perpetuating it. I spent the majority of my life living out of fear of not being good enough, fear of being too Black, fear of not being Black enough, and fear of not having control. That transcended into my teaching. I was teaching compliance and following the rules, especially with students of color. And I know this is hard to hear because just like me, you put your heart and soul into the classroom, sometimes at the expense of your own families and yourself. We, educators, teachers, we unintentionally perpetuate the inequities in the educational system when we don't acknowledge how white supremacy has impacted our practices and ourselves. We are not to blame for systemic racism, but we have the responsibility and the platform to dismantle it. Ibram Kendi states that racist ideas were created by racist people. That gives me hope, because that means that anti-racist ideas can be created by anti-racist people. First, it begins with us by acknowledging our own biases, microaggressions, childhood trauma, and pathology that affect our relationships with students, and probably relationships in general. We have to foster a safe learning environment so that students will take risks and trust that you will be there even if they fail. We must incorporate ethnic studies into our classroom so that students can see themselves in the curriculum to build their self-worth and their self-efficacy. And you saw in this video, I tell the story of how one of my classmates said I should play the slave to illustrate that it was my teacher's vulnerability, empathy, and compassion that helped me grow from that situation. My English teacher cried as she apologized. The vice principal gave me a book, and the student who said it, he apologized, and they were all white. Regardless of your skin color, you can build relationships with students. It absolutely takes a village to raise a child, and we, the village, have to be our best selves to bring out the best selves in students. We cannot value the cultural wealth in our students if we don't value our own cultural wealth. We can't teach love unless we love ourselves. We cannot teach students to be vulnerable in learning unless we are vulnerable. I cannot end without letting you know, thanking all the people who helped me to get here, because I have a lot of angels and I stand on the shoulders of many people. I would like to thank my first family, my CVB family, Hoover family, Claremont family, Encanto family, ESAC family, SDOT family, Restorative Justice family, the English and Ethnic Studies resource and lead teachers. A special thanks to our district leaders, Cindy Martin, and our board members, and Lamont Jackson for Freedom Summer 2020. It opened the door to voicing what I knew what was happening all along, and for us to have those challenging conversations. Jason Babineau, principal at at Hoover High School. Well, let me get this right, Hoover High School, for showing that teachers and students are valued symbiotically, that one doesn't succeed without the other. My girls, Cynthia, Claudia, and Toya, for being there for me. To my sisters for always being my biggest cheerleaders. To my daughter, Faith, for just coming into my life and my presence. And to my mom, who came to the United States with $20 in her pocket at age 16, and sacrificed her own self-care to raise my sisters and I, who, by the way, is enjoying her retirement from the San Diego Community College District, and is my greatest help in raising my daughter, Faith. Thank you to all of the students I have taught for showing me the teacher I needed to be. It took 20 years, but I am a better teacher, a better human because of you. And lastly, to all of the educators who interact with our students, you are valued and you are the social justice warriors. Step into your greatness. It will not be easy, but as Brene Brown said, from struggle comes beauty. Be beautiful. Thank you, and in Lakesh.
So a big congratulations once again to all of our Teachers of the Year and all of our honorees tonight. This is truly a special honor, of course, to be recognized by your peers, especially during a pandemic. So let's give them all a big round of applause. And as mentioned earlier, several of our elected officials are recognizing the efforts of our dedicated teachers with certificates of recognition, and they're either present or they have representatives present. So thank you. Thank you all again to all of our elected officials and their representatives for recognizing our outstanding teachers. Another big congratulations. And right now, hold on. We're getting breaking news right now. Breaking news, everybody. I'm being told we have unexpected visitors that are being seen outside of our 2021 Teachers of the Year homes. I have nothing in my ear, so I'll just move my hand. Anyway, so pay attention right now. Thomas, Lupe, and Sharon. This is for real. Can you guys please right now let us know what's going on outside of your front door? No, really. Go check. Go check your front doors.
On behalf of the Credit Union, we want to award you with $500. We hope that you'll use this, and we want to congratulate you for being Teacher of the Year and hope that this will help you celebrate the great things that you're doing.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
Well earned.
Surprise! Okay, well, thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Courtney. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We're so happy for you.
Wow. Hey, can someone come in, please? Oh my gosh.
There she is.
On behalf of North Island Credit Union, we'd like to offer you this prize.
They have a show.
Oh my God.
Congratulations, so well deserved.
Congratulations, well deserved. Oh my gosh, thank you, North Island. This is amazing. Oh, crazy. Yeah, thank you.
I've never got one today, so I don't know.
Congratulations.
Give it back to yourself.
Come here, buddy. Come on, buddy.
And at this time, I would like to welcome North Island Credit Union CEO Sean O'Connell for some congratulatory remarks.
Good evening. I'm Steve O'Connell, President and CEO of North Island Credit Union. It's an honor to be with you virtually today as we celebrate your tremendous achievements as Teachers of the Year. Congratulations to all of you, a job well done. As you just saw the surprise visits to this year's Teachers of the Year, I would like to personally congratulate Thomas Courtney, Guadalupe Celadon, and Sharon Apple. This is truly an important recognition of your incredible commitment to your students, your school, and your community. We hope you enjoy your $500 gift from North Island Credit Union as a small way of saying thank you for all you do every day for students. So thank you. I also want to congratulate runners-up Janice Anderson, Renee Thomas, and Francia Pinillos for your accomplishments and hard work also. To express our appreciation, we are pleased to present each of you a $100 gift card. Please look into your North Island Credit Union bag for your prize. On behalf of North Island Credit Union, it's an honor to co-host the Teachers of the Year program with San Diego Unified School District. It's an especially meaningful to us because supporting our education community has been our mission for nearly 90 years here at North Island Credit Union. I'm proud to share that we have contributed more than $2 million over the last 5 years directly into our schools and communities that we serve. This includes awarding over $335,000 to students through our annual college scholarships program, which assists them to access to higher education, as well as our biannual teacher grant program that funds creative learning opportunities for students. And now, in our 9th year, we've also awarded more than $125,000 in grants to local teachers to make their dream projects a reality. We're committed to education because we know supporting your success is a critical investment in the success of our next generation of leaders. And we understand the dedication you and all our teachers bring to our students every day. Thank you. Your energy and your enthusiasm has never been more evident and more important than through the challenges of this past year. And I know that the impact you have all had on your students' lives cannot be underestimated. Today, we honor and celebrate you and all of our teachers. Thank you for going above and beyond to inspire your students, your peers, and help them grow and succeed. I'd also like to thank San Diego Board of Education, the San Diego Education Association, the Superintendent, the San Diego Unified School District Human Resources Department, all the school principals, and the Teachers of the Year Selection Committee for your contributions to this important program. Congratulations, 2021 Teachers of the Year.
Tonight's event really would not be possible without the generous contributions of our new sponsors, several longtime supporters of the district, and of course, our students. At this time, our sponsors would like to recognize our District Teachers of the Year with some special gifts.
Well, good evening again, everyone. This is just such an exciting presentation and evening to spend with all of you. And I am so proud of all of my credit union colleagues and, sister credit unions. As you can see, we all just love supporting teachers and the San Diego Unified School District. And this is near and dear to my heart. I have to tell you, I am a product of the wonderful San Diego Unified School District, went to Jacob Weinberger, Pershing, when it was junior high, and Patrick Henry, go Patriots. And I like to mention this once in a while, and I hope I can do this without getting teary-eyed, but I was very inspired by the late and beloved Mr. Litchfield when I went to Patrick Henry. He was my English teacher, and from him, I was inspired to write and become a journalism major and go into this field where we do a lot of writing. And I just want to say that all of you inspire me, and you make such a difference in all of our lives and our children's lives. And I just really want to give you heartfelt thanks. And on behalf of California Coast Credit Union, we are so proud to have been started by you, a handful of teachers in San Diego Unified School District. I don't know if everybody knows that, but yes, in 1929, 92 years ago, you started us. So you had great insight, and we're so proud to still serve you and support you. And so we started 5 years ago, the Cal Coast Cares Foundation, and we give educator grants. And this year, and as well as last year, we gave $40,000 in teachers grants, and some of you received them. This year we have another $40,000, so I hope that some of you will apply. But right now it is my great honor and pleasure to announce that each of the teachers of the year, along with the runners-up for 2021, will receive a $500 educator grant from Cal Coast Cares Foundation for you to be able to spend on your class instead of digging into your pocketbook like I know you do. So congratulations and thank you so much again. Thank you.
Hello and good evening. I am Heather Simonson, representing the California Schools VIBA. Since 1993, it has been VIBA's mission to provide the highest quality health benefits at the most affordable cost while keeping wellness of our more than 150,000 members at the forefront of all of our decisions and conversations. On behalf of the California Schools VIBA, a huge congratulations to all of the awardees this evening. I'm honored to present each one of the Teachers of the Year with a $100 gift card and the 3 runners-up with a $75 gift card. Thank you and congratulations.
Hi, good evening, good evening. My name is Cynthia Covarrubias and I'm with Schools First Federal Credit Union. I just want to say this has been such a beautiful ceremony, so thank you so much for allowing us to be part of this. On behalf of Schools First Federal Credit Union, we are so proud to support the 2021 San Diego Unified Teacher of the Year. It is such an honor to be here, and I hope every single one of you enjoy the small little token of gratitude we have on your teacher bag. Thank you again for having us. It's been such an honor.
Welcome, everyone. Mission Fed is a proud supporter of the San Diego Unified School District. We are honored to be able to support and recognize this year's Teachers of the Year, along with our sister credit unions. This year's Mission Fed moment goes out to each of you in the form of a gift card. Do something special for yourself like you do for our children every day. Congratulations to everyone, and thank you for being the inspiration our community needs.
Well, everybody, I don't know about you, but I've just been crying the whole night. I've been so inspired by all of our teachers that we're recognizing this evening and all of the sponsors, and just take a deep breath and drink in the beauty of this evening. I want to say thank you to all of our educators and end with gratitude. We have to thank our host, Raul Martinez. Thank you so much for hosting us tonight. And of course, the co-host, North Island Credit Union, our really generous sponsors, California Coast Credit Union, California Schools VIBA, Schools First Credit Union, Mission Federal Credit Union, and shoplovemode.com. And I have to say thank you to Encore Events Entertainment, because you helped us produce this beautiful virtual event, and for your continued support of all of our teachers. I also have to say thank you to Chief Nislight for his kind words during tonight's event, and all of the elected officials. You all came today to support our teachers, to recognize our teachers with certificates. Our council member, Joe LaCava, for presenting the proclamation this evening. Thank you so much. I don't want tonight to end. We're reaching the end of our ceremony. I just want to say thank you once again to our Board of Education for recognizing the importance of this day and for always dedicating a special board meeting like the one tonight to honor our current and our future teachers. Last but not least, a huge thank you to our board offices, Melissa Hamilton, helped coordinate all of the Teacher of the Year process and the Day of the Teacher celebration. And I have to say a very special thank you to Isa McNeil. Isa, thank you. You organized every single detail leading up to tonight's ceremony in order to make the Day of the Teacher celebration so very, very special. I'm so grateful for everybody, and thank you all for being here. And I'm gonna say hi to my mom too, because she's watching. My mom knew I wanted to be a teacher. That was my lifelong goal, and teaching and the heart of the teachers that you heard tonight is everything. Congratulations, everybody. And I know you will be representing San Diego very well. Go San Diego Unified, #BetterSD, and congratulations to our Teachers of the Year.
What an evening, right? Here's the deal. We know the past year, it's been challenging for all of us. We faced so many obstacles like never before, but we couldn't be more proud of every single one of you. Not just our Teachers of the Year, but really every single one of our teachers out there. We couldn't do this without you. And a special thank you, of course, to all of our parents and the students. We know you're out there. We know you're watching. Thank you all. We appreciate you and we love you as well. It's been a year. We'll just keep on learning. Thank you all, and good night.
Okay, well, I hate to do this, but our meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much, everybody. Amazing night.
Thank you.
I'm limited. Just look at me. I'm limited. And just look at you, you can do all I couldn't do, Linda. So now it's up to you, for both of us. Now it's up to you. Said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it
season touchdown throws. And good old Johnny, he's the life of every party. It's like cheers, they know him everywhere he goes. I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of, but back in Rutherford County, our crowd is second to none. You might not know them here in this big city we're in, but when I go back home, I've got some famous friends. Yeah, I do. My buddy Jason, he's the sheriff. He'll flash his lights, but let me go. My boy Randy, he's a preacher. My girl Megan, she's been teacher of the year, I swear for 5 years in a row. I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of. Back in Hamilton County, our crowd is second to none. You might not know them here in this big city we're in, but when I go back home, I got some famous friends. Yeah, I do. And high places on these small town roads, 'cause round here it's all about the people that you know. And I've got some famous friends you probably never heard of, but back in Davidson County, our crowd is second to none. You might not know them here in this big city we're